generally with flux, what I want to look at is higher time frame, just to see how we can enter this. Okay, if this is a nice support, what I saw, there's kind of shaping up on the daily. I had looked at this, but as you can see, not very often. And let's put this in. And I'm going to most likely just show that level as well, just because of that wick here and that level here. And obviously this was some sort of a 69.70 important, and we're going to just mark that now as well, that midpoint. Okay, get rid of these for a second. All green there. I like to look at RSI, especially weekly now, on those higher time frames, because I do like Nebraska Gunners approach to RSI, and I do think it saves a lot of people a lot of hassle and a lot of, you know, pressure from trading. If you want to know more, go back on the first live with Bleeding Crypto I have on my YouTube channel and look at it. So with FLUX, looking at the higher time frame, I think we're going to have to mark another level here. Maybe just move this blue line for a second. Yeah, just around here. So it was just like your resistance. It was just the cluster of those candles, as you can see. Resistance, retest, sorry, and spring. Now this is also going to be, I will definitely need to mark that bottom just to have a better idea, and there, somewhere around this level. Let's zoom in. I'm going to get rid of this. So again, what this is looking like, potentially we're going to see a structure that's, if you follow Tino as well, which I love him, he talks about rise level 1 and drop level 1, and they can go on. So we've seen this rise level 1, retest for rise level 2. But right now, what I wouldn't be surprised to see is some sort of a bounce and go back down lower, just to possibly do a head and shoulders for us. This is a 3-day. It's obviously not at all validated here at the minute. It can still become invalidated if we see some strength. Now just keep an eye. Maybe I'll move this a little bit lower to this level here, so you can see why. We've had a few weeks here. It was just a zone as well where you've seen like this resistance here, resistance. Now this was like just obviously this kind of a reversal point, and we're seeing just wicks like those deviations happening around this level. So what could potentially happen around here, and looking at RSI being so low as well, I'm kind of going in, I'll show you there, giving the higher lows. I think this could potentially give a bounce from here. Like I said, keep an eye on that head and shoulders that could potentially form here. So we have one shoulder here, head, and then we could see another push up higher and have that shoulder. This could, I mean, that fake out up to 50. Just wait for around, see this green candle was already like all that balanced out. If this was to go lower, I'd be looking at around 53 cents. But that's what I mean. there isn't a lot of strength really, but keep an eye if this kind of starts kind of just getting tighter and tighter around here, or even just wicking below like there, and like just having those nice pushes from the bottom up, and it could potentially, like I said, just go up and either come up again to the 80 mark or even the 95. So if you want to trade that, if not, if you're trying to be very cautious, like I was looking here a minute ago, I would be looking at in around 53 cents, and obviously down to the support, down to those wicks around 40 cents, where you could start laddering your buys. What I wanted to see was just other supports. Obviously we could be marking lower, lower and lower, but that on the weekly you see why there's so much green here, and like you could really go to down to 18 cents. But let's just wait and see for the short-term price action to it's just safer to concentrate on something that's happening in like smaller time frame in terms of future, than just racing too far ahead in time and expecting crazy things. Just back again to the daily chart. Sorry, I'm going to get out the weekly, and I want to have a look at the VIP. So yeah, it kind of still looks obviously reddish here with all the dots. That's why I'm thinking, you know, just wait. This is obviously a descending. It's getting tighter and tighter. This could potentially give a bounce at some point if it gets coiled up here, and like I said, just push up here or keep rolling lower. So if you're entering right now, give it some time before assuming, yeah, Marta on her stream said this can give a bounce. It's just honestly one of the potential scenarios I see could play out. Just given the fact as well, I'm just looking here at that possibly all that liquidity wants to be taken here. I don't see much more. Obviously when we zoom in, we'll definitely be able to see, but this resistance here would be or that candle going up to 86, where it can just yeah, give a push. It would want to print a higher low again in this, because I think you can see it as well. I'm gonna draw it for you real quick, guys, where you can see like this is what's happening here. And then we also have this sort of, yeah, you get the idea. We could, sorry about that. It's just how tighter it's getting, and yeah, it's usually, I wouldn't call them bullish setups, but just because it's getting tighter and tighter, that's why I feel it's actually one more thing, guys. Give me a second. This is one part of the, so they're only after getting tighter here, right? Odds are that it's going to actually roll lower, but observe it. I don't know. I'm assuming you're looking for long term, so it won't hurt if you really look for buys in around even 50 cents. Check obviously how this is, how it's going to behave here in this tightening wedge. It might surprise you, like I said, just to give a push for that head and shoulders and lower. I don't know what's going on with this coin. It's just one of the patterns I'll be looking at for it to play out, or else this could really keep going lower and getting all that liquidity from lower levels back again. So I think is that all right? Is there any more questions? Would you like to know any more about Flux? There's no point, guys, because I don't purposely look at targets beyond small time frame, small range, and nearby range, because we can all really start, losing our minds and control of the hopium, how far it can go, what are the predictions. And I am also purposely not answering those questions when I'm being asked on anywhere, what do you think is veracity, or Chia's, or I don't know, PYR price going to be in the next bull run? No clue. No absolute clue. We're in the bear market. I know what I want to buy more of because I know the fundamentals, but I'm not going to be guessing what prices they're going to achieve in the next bull run, because it's just pointless. Pointless. Don't use your energy on that. Concentrate on not losing money right now, splitting your portfolio and your investment wisely, and reaping those rewards when bull market comes. And believe me, your €100 or $100 that you invest, even when you eventually start taking profits, whatever is left, if the coin is destined to do 100x or even just 50x, you are going to make a lot of money out of that €100. Sorry, I speak euros because I'm in Ireland. But don't freak out right now yet. Just look for solid investments. A lot of projects haven't launched yet, and they're only starting to build or expand, and they will shine. There's so much you could be doing right now except for stressing over price action. And it's not going to hurt if you are looking at lower buys. I mean, obviously 47, you can see why this is an important level. In here right now, if you're entering trades, you see profit, exit with that profit and never look back. This, personally, I don't think it's a bottom. If I'm wrong, happy days. But for Flux, big levels at a higher time frame would be 40, 50 centish, 47, just to allow for the wicks. Obviously, another big level would be 37, so within 10-cent price range, and all the way down to 30. We could keep going lower, guys, down to 20 cents as well. Let's see how the market plays and which way, because this was obviously an important cluster here as well. You've seen that accumulation zone here, this one here. So let's check back with Flux in a while again, whether it played out. This is the bullish scenario where we see this push from here. Just for now, a little possible pump to the upside, maybe head and shoulders, and then rolling all the way down to 50 cents, potentially 40 and lower. We'll check on it in due time again. Right now, no stress. Wait for this wedge to the apex to come to play, what it is going to do. Unless you know there is some amazing bullish news coming out and you want to play off it, risk something, and then make sure you grab your profits or cut it loose when you see it falling below that 62-cent mark. Awesome. I'm just reading the comments here. So you entered at 0.9 DCA. Just remember that if you entered, because it's considering how much lower this could potentially go, even down to even 50 cents. If you entered from 90, this, you're going to see obviously your bags, the ones you bought in around 90 cent, go down for about 50%. But if you're buying eventually whatever you've bought and cut that bottom, You can see now that green vector candle here, but this is just that level where I was saying keep an eye on it, because it was a nice, you know, accumulation level here and here, and we seen even though it was looking like it's going to give an M, but it actually ended up being a W and a massive wick to the, you know, massive upside price action. So this was also accumulation level with W, triple actually, a retest here and a lovely push. But yeah, on a higher time frame, we are definitely seeing head and shoulders playing out. You know, this could be your shoulder 1, 2, and 3. So if we're only concentrating around here, 1, 2, let's see what happens around this level. Awesome. I'm gonna wrap it up. Thanks very much for everyone that's tuned in, looked, watched the stream, all the updates, and for everybody in the Discord, you're always my priority, guys. So if anybody has any more questions, you know where to find me, and I'll be seeing you shortly. I want to get those out to you as soon as possible. Thank you very much, and talk soon.